Grand Risings, High Vibe Tribe. It's your girl King. Happy Soulful Sunday, or whatever day it is that you should be here with me. Hello to all of my new subscribers, my faithful, ever-growing few, and for those of you just breezing on through, what it do? Let's tap on into these energies, shall we? Something is going on in Hollywood, or Hollywood. A seal has been broken. Now, I don't know what the seal is, but apparently a spy was sent to check on the dragon. And I'm going to guess that that dragon is you. And I'm going to further guesstimate that they're calling you codename dragon because you are indeed a demon slayer. You have the heart of a hawk. The heart of a hawk that sees things from a totally different perspective than any other hawk. You also have a heart. Some of you could be American, some of you could be in foreign countries, but you have the heart of a countryman. And a lot of you feel that your country is in upside down times. You also have the heart of a revolutionary. These are the pre-shuffle energies. Let's tap into the cards and see what the angels have for you, High Vibe Tribe. Now, as per usual, some or all of these messages may or may not resonate with you in this current passage of moments, so please do only take the messages that vibrate with you. If it's not what rings true for you, then most likely it's not what it do. Go ahead and just leave it on the table. So let's see what's popping for you, angels. Present time energies for the High Vibe Tribe, please. Something about a mole. Something about October. There's a mole who's not from Greece, who has been whipped. They've been beaten in some shape, form, or fashion, this mole. What's happening for the High Vibe Tribe, angels? We have palm and play. Someone thought they had something in the palm of their hands. It doesn't look like it's playing out that way. Playing out how they expected it to. Someone thought something would be very easy, like they already had control of the situation. Someone thought they already had the keys, the plan, the situation in hand. Your palms could be itching. You have money incoming. What else, angels? We have racket in reverse. Yeah, this racket. I keep hearing Rico, Rico, Rico. So it's almost like there's an energy of chanting for someone to possibly go down for Rico charges. Yeah, because this racket is backwards. I'm hearing hustling backwards. Someone was hustling backwards. Someone thought that they were the champ. That could even be someone's nickname, the champ. Or someone may even call themselves this. We have Conductor. Yeah. Someone thought that they were the champ. They were the sole controller of some shit. I just heard lead operations or head of operations. Whoever this energy is, they were in charge of moving something. This is the energy of a corporation or some type of organization. What's happening with this conductor? We have alien. That's sticking. You see how it's sticking to my... Go ahead and get on the table. There's an alien that stuck up someone's plan that they thought that they had in their hand. Is this alien you? There was a hold up, there was a stick up. I just heard, because of you, ... Like someone's screaming and someone's yelling, like furiously. What else, angels? Yeah, we have contract that wanted to come in reverse. You messed up somebody's contract. I shouldn't laugh, but this shit is funny. I'm not gonna lie. Because I'm getting a very devious energy from whoever this conductor was that thought that they had some type of plan in hand. And you messed up their contract being able to play out. I'm picking up on energies from yesterday's reading because I just saw Antarctica again. What's happening with this contract? We have staff that fell on the floor. If there's staff walking away, they don't want to get caught up in this racket. They don't want to play this game anymore. Whoever was working with or working for this conductor, so there could be people in the organization, people in the corporation. I wanted to say corporization. That's not even a word, but that's what wanted to come out. It's almost like corporation and vaporization. Something's being vaporized. It's like this company could be shutting down. A lot of people are walking away. A lot of people are leaving. They don't want to be a part of this contract anymore. They don't want to be a part of this racket. So there's staff, there's employees walking away from this conductor. Yeah, because they're standing on their square. These employees, these other people are part of this organization, this corporation. What else is happening? Right on the ground. We have New York. New York, New York. Is New York in the house? A New York state could be significant. Confirmation. New York strip state. Staten Island could be significant. So there's something happening with the New York racket. So because this person is the lead of operations, they could be the lead of operations within that city, within this organization or this corporation. This corporation, this organization has many hubs or many centers, because I saw center as I was shuffling. This is just one of the many centers. Whoever this conductor is, they lead or are the head of organizations for just one center. And this center is based in New York. What's happening with the base of operations in New York? We have Star. This conductor was trying to conduct something about a star, and gold fell on the floor. They know that this alien is gold. You are. You're golden. You're a starseed. And you're golden. You're worth a lot of money. Let me say that again for deeper understanding. Whether or not you have a lot of money, you're worth a lot of money. Whoever this conductor is was trying to get you involved in this racket because they know who you are. They know that you're an alien. They know that you're a starseed. They know that you're worth a lot of money. What's happening with this contract? Something just flipped. Canada could be significant. We have him. They know that you go hard as a motherfucker about something. They know that you have a spiritual contract and that those that work with you go hard as a motherfucker because you're worth your weight in gold. You have a lot of spiritual ranking. You have a high spiritual ranking. So you're worth a lot spiritually. You're worth a lot monetarily. They know that who watches over you, who works with you, doesn't play about you. Again, they go hard as a motherfucker for you. What's going on with this contract that this conductor is having issues with now? That the alien messed up. Oh, we have film. Oh, I said earlier Hollywood, yes. I said there's a seal in Hollywood that's been broken. Something's not on film. Something's not able to be filmed. These people could be walking away from a film, walking away from a movie studio. A movie studio could be closing. Or people could be walking off a movie set. And then we have port. Something's going on in the harbor of New York. Something about the New York Post, the newspaper. Something is happening with shipping. Didn't I say this conductor is the head of operations, the lead of operations? They may be, they may work in, I'm here in Port Authority. Whoever this individual is that deals with being in a position of head of operations, they deal with shipping containers. I don't know if this conductor is in the import-export business, but it's something about the shipping lanes, the docks, the port in New York. This individual is responsible for shipping and somehow, because they're showing me the shipyard, they're showing me shipping crates being moved on and off the dock by that big machine that picks up the shipping crates. So I don't know, again, if this person is directly responsible. I don't know what that position would be called, but they're responsible on the shipping dock. They work somehow with Port Authority. They're shipping shit that they shouldn't be. And because they were telling me, they were screaming Rico earlier. It's like, Rico, Rico. Like, almost like protesters. Like, it was like I was hearing protesters scream Rico. Like someone had to cross the picket lines and people were outside like protesting, like screaming Rico. There could be a protest and something about crossing the picket lines. And they don't want something filmed, but something could be on TV, something could be on the news. They're trying to keep something from being filmed. The fact that there are individuals walking away from this movie, or walking away from this film studio. These aren't regular films. Whatever this isn't, I just heard, not PG-13. So whatever this is, okay, these are not family-friendly movies. This staff that's walking away from this studio, this job, this movie. What's happening with this port in New York? What's being shipped? Right on the floor, we have olive in reverse. Now, usually when you talk about someone extending an olive branch, you're talking about someone giving up, someone surrendering. Because this is in reverse, this is telling me, and when you're talking about extending an olive branch, it's a person, it's an individual that's extending the olive branch. It's not a squirrel, it's not a chair, it's not a desk that's extending the olive branch, it's a person. So because extending the olive branch refers to surrender, these are individuals who did not surrender. They're shipping people who did not surrender. So they're shipping people under duress. They're shipping people who did not give permission to be shipped. So they're people movers. So this conductor is a people mover, and they have control over a port in New York. Shipping containers. They have control over shipping containers moving on and off ships. It seems like whomever they're moving is involved in films that are not regular films. That's why it's in reverse, because these are not PG-13 films. And you somehow are standing in the way and have messed up a contract for this conductor who is involved with Hollywood and getting these individuals who didn't surrender to star in these films. So you know about this? You broke some type of seal, you spoke out. What is this conductor seeing about the star? You know, I saw it earlier and it went ahead and flipped out. We have Antarctica again, and it flipped on top of the alien. You may have some type of ties or some type of knowledge, or maybe you've seen, because a lot of you have clairs. Some of you have all of your clairs, and you know that. Some of you might have astral traveled to this area. You might be attached through your soul line to this area. You have a connection here. And this is why this has been coming up recently, because things about this area are now coming to the surface. This won't be hidden for too much longer, because there's nothing new under the sun, and nothing stays hidden in the dark forever. They know that you know about important information, about places, things unknown. That's what this conductor knows about you. Because again, I said someone sent a spy to check on the dragon, you, the demon slayer. Yeah, because again, you know about things, places, situations, circumstances, people unknown. You're a seer. One of your strongest gifts is your clairvoyant abilities. Confirmation. What was this plan that this conductor had in hand, or thought that they had in hand? Right on the ground. Whip. They thought that they were going to beat you somehow. They were going to whip something up. They were going to... My apologies, High Vibe Tribe. Welcome back. The phone got too hot. Oh, it was just getting juicy. It was just getting hot. We were just getting to it, weren't we? And I had just asked, what had this conductor done to try to tarnish your reputation? And it was that they had sent things or word around town. So they were telling people, spreading lies. Again, this smear campaign, because they were jealous. This conductor is jealous because you're worth a lot of money. You're worth your weight in gold because you're a truth speaker. Because you may have been speaking on this trafficking. What's happening with the bank accounts? Right on the floor we have penguin. Penguin in reverse. Yeah, the bird's been flipped. Something was already on thin ice. Like, these accounts were already being watched. These bank accounts, before they were frozen, they were already being watched. So these bank accounts were under surveillance. this contract, somebody was already watching this conductor. The money coming in, the money being gained. I just heard profit watch. Like someone may have done an audit on a shipping yard. Like how much money a certain shipping yard was making. Who was looking into these bank accounts? Right on the ground. We have carrot in reverse. And someone who doesn't take the bait, someone who didn't take the bait. So these are people, some type of authorities. People who don't take the bait, they catch the people who take the bait. They don't take the carrot. So the authorities were watching these bank accounts. What's going on with this film, or this filming, or this film studio? What's happening in Hollywood with this seal that's been broken? Something flipped. We have gas. Something ran out of gas. Something ran out of steam. No funding. Yeah, the money got funny. So something was running out of gas with this film studio. What's happening with the funding or the fuel source of these films? Right on the ground, we have nailed. Something's been buried, something's been stopped dead in its tracks. What was stopped or what was buried? We have kiwi that wanted to flip out. Something fruity. There's a lot of things flipping, but nothing flipping out. We have table. And reverse. I don't know why it's so blurry. Sorry, y'all. And then we have battery. Something died in a meeting. They were losing power. The tables turned and something was stopped immediately because something was losing power. It's like somebody was losing power over the port authority. Someone was losing their position. Something was happening with this conductor and the position that they were in. I don't know if they were losing their job so that they weren't going to be the head of operations anymore. So it wasn't going to be easy to move people into the port of New York through the port authority through this specific shipping yard because this conductor may have been losing their contract. Now, I don't know if the shipping yard was due to be shut down because of this audit and the money was looking funny, like it was making too much money. Like if you're shipping this many crates and your average yearly intake is, this amount of money, then how this year or in this quarter did you make this much money? I'm telling you, there was an audit of a shipyard and the money was looking funny. And so it's like now a contract had to be ended because there was an audit of some type of shipyard, and this conductor, this lead of operations, is losing their position. They're not going to be able to ship people into that port anymore. So it's like these secret investors are pulling back. There was some type of meeting where they decided to end this specific operation because shit is getting too close. What's happening with the people being shipped into New York? We have bomb in reverse that fell on the floor. Couldn't even get the question out. Yeah, something blew up. There may actually be some type of explosion. I don't know if there's going to be an explosion at the port, or there's some type of explosion with the actual people being moved. I just heard civil unrest. I don't know if these individuals who are being moved are planning some type of uprising, or it's like an explosion of action. Remember earlier I heard people screaming, "Rico, Rico," and I was talking about the picket line. There's some type of explosion of action in the port of New York about these RICO crimes. There could be some type of, because they're, what do you call it? Union. There may be some type of union halt or bust, or I'm hearing wages. Something about the union wages. I don't know if the union workers in the shipyard are going to protest. Something about the people movers. It's like they're showing me a shipping container with a lot of people coming out, like the doors swinging open and a lot of people rushing out. And they're showing me like a bunch of shipyard workers, because they're showing me their construction hats and their orange shirts and their jeans. Like there's a bunch of shipyard workers like around a shipping container, and the doors swing open and all these people come pouring out. So I don't know if the shipyard workers are organizing some type of protest about moving these containers. I'm telling you, there's some type of investigation into a shipyard. This explosion of action surrounding these people who didn't surrender, who were being shipped unwillingly. What's happening with this explosion of action? Right on the floor. I can't make this shit up if I fucking tried. Do you see what that... Can you get clear for me? Do you see what this says? I can't make it up if I tried. Something is going to explode with these smugglers. And then we have watch in reverse. These smugglers who didn't think that they were being watched. These people are going to be saved. They're going to be rescued, and the port workers, the shipyard workers, may be the ones to do it. They may be the ones walking away from these individuals who were placed in films that didn't want to be in films. So this is the staff that's walking away. So it could be these port authority workers, and they don't necessarily have to work for port authority, but these shipyard workers, they're walking away from this particular shipyard, or they're walking away from port authority. And these people who unwillingly are placed in movies because they're being trafficked, they get to walk away too because they're being rescued. What is happening with the star? The star who knows too much. We have Berlin. In the upright. Russia could be significant, but they're showing me the Berlin Wall. You tear down corruption. You tear down walls. You tear down defenses. People who are defensive. People who are corrupt. You tear down walls. You break restraints, restrictions, you free individuals. And then we have state in reverse. This conductor couldn't change your nature. They couldn't stop you from speaking out on this. Or this coming to the surface, this coming to light. They can't stop you from reaching into the unknown, from being this defense breaker. This breaker of corruption, of chaos. They can't change your nature. But you sure have changed this contract. Hi Vibe Tribe, this is the message for today. You're breaking down walls. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying, whatever you're speaking about is freeing individuals. You're a demon slayer. Please do continue to utilize your own intuition and discernment to make the very best decisions for your highest good. Know that I love you, I thank you, I appreciate you for your presence, for your energy, for your likes, for your shares, for your comments, for your subscribes, for your contributions. Any and all pertinent information to this reading can and will be listed right down below in the description box. I love you. Holla at your girl. Peace.